kia, whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tomaha, kia wā kina ki tata, kia wā taratara ki tai, e hia haka ana tātara, e tino, e uka, e hauku, te rei wairua.
No mai, haere mai, ki tēnei kura. Ko hena ahau, ko ngā huru te whānau. Welcome to Rolleston College Horueka Haumata Year 10 Award Ceremony for 2021.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Ashley Ho, ko Raumati te whānau. Welcome to all learners, invited guests, whānau and friends of the college. It gives us great pleasure to be your host for the award celebration this year.
We would like to extend a special welcome to the Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Greg Knowles. A health and safety reminder that if we have to evacuate the building, the exits are at the front of the room by the stage and there are 2 exits down the back from where you came in. If we have to evacuate, we would make our way here from the tennis courts at the back of the college.
He kāka no I rue mai I rangitu. The seed shall not be lost as the college's whakatoki. And this year we have all grown as learners, as leaders, and as young people who have a sense of belonging and have travelled a long way since we began our time here at the college. This year I've had the opportunity to play on multiple sports teams, and by having these opportunities I've been able to develop my friendships and meet new staff around Horueka Haumata. Today is the opportunity to celebrate academic successes from learners in the various learning areas within the school. We will see music performances and hear reflections from learners in the Kaonga and Hotoki whānau.
As we all know, 2021 has been a challenging year as individuals with our home whānau. As a college community the global challenges have had an impact on us all. Today we are thankful to be together as a community to share, reflect, laugh and create more wonderful memories. Welcome parents, caregivers and supporters who are watching our live stream, and we hope to welcome you back into the college next year. We would like to invite Greg Knowles from our Board of Trustees to speak to you all. Greg was part of the Establishment Board and has been a part of the school journey from the very beginning.
Hello everyone. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Yes, my name is Greg Knowles and welcome to the end of the 2021 school year. Welcome to all the friends and family who are unable to be here to share the celebration, and welcome if you're joining us on the live stream. Today we will celebrate those learners who have pushed themselves that little bit extra in their fields. Academia, sports, arts. We will even see examples of it in the room here today. And I can tell you, as someone who first became involved in the seed that would become Rolleston College back in 2014, when this school was just a paddock, it gives me goosebumps every time I come to this facility and see evidence of your hard work. The artwork on the walls, the music that fills the room, the hakas in the plaza, and seeing many of you working out in the community in the supermarkets, cafes and distributions of Rolleston, to name just a few. As Year 10s, you will be transitioning to seniors next year. A new uniform and a recognition here at Rolleston College that you are yet another step towards adulthood. It is all very fine for us to recognise you as young adults, but I would hope that you are beginning to as well. As I look out across the learners in this room, I see our next doctors, lawyers, business owners, drivers, nurses, hospitality staff, military personnel, and local and central government representatives, and so on. In 10 to 15 years' time, I'm not going to be the adult giving my time to my community and school. You are. If the thought of being an adult seems to be distant to you, that's fine. But let me tell you a story that captured my attention over the weekend. Many years ago, 6 boys of year 9 to 12 age were sitting in a rather strict school in one of our neighbouring countries. Authority and punishment were dished out to a slightly different degree back then. Those boys were tired of the strict nature of the school and dreamed of a life beyond the punishment of the schools at the time. They hatched a plan. Late one night, they borrowed a large boat, and as the light of day faded, no one took much notice as it departed from its home port for the open sea. As young men, the dream of adventure was slightly larger than the preparation for the journey. While they took some simple provisions, they hadn't mastered navigation, and they certainly didn't have a compass or a chart. On the second night, the events of the adventure caught up with them, and they all fell asleep, meaning no one was left to monitor the weather. They woke to the wind howling through the rigging and waves breaking over the boat. They attempted to hoist the sail to gain some control, but it was torn to pieces. Shortly after, the waves broke the rudder from the boat. They now had no propulsion and no steering and were roughly 150 kilometres from the nearest major landmass, the land from which they had come. Luck was on their side, for while they were a long way from a major landmass, it just so happened that they were very close to a 2 kilometre wide piece of bush-covered rock jutting out of the Pacific Ocean. The island was tall and fortified by tall cliffs that separated the central island from the ocean. Lucky for them, they happened to drift towards that island and were smashed onto the rocks at the base of the cliffs. The boat was destroyed, but they all made it to land alive. No one knew where they were, and no one knew where to even start looking for them. The boys? No. These boys were your age. For the purposes of this speech, let's call them learners. Those learners knew that shelter was important and dug themselves a small cave at the base of the cliffs, where they had washed ashore. Once up the cliff, they began to establish more permanent shelter. These learners understood the importance of water and quickly set up palm fronds to capture the infrequent rain. But it wasn't enough. For food, they climbed down the cliffs and grabbed seabirds from the nests. Having no ignition source to generate fire, the birds were eaten raw, the blood making up for the lack of water. From sun up to sundown, they worked to improve their situation, strengthening their shelter and collecting and securing their food security. After a few months, they did manage to start a fire. The learners had known that the basic concept of friction against wood, and with perseverance, it had finally paid off. With fire, they could now cook their food. The fire was important, and they relocated it under shelter for the remainder of their time on that island. It was never left unattended, and it was kept burning for the duration of their time on that island. When they realised that they weren't going to be rescued, they switched from short-term survival to long-term. They discovered an old settlement abandoned in the 1860s. Growing around the settlement were wild beans from what must have been once its gardens. They used those beans and other plants collected from around the island to establish their own garden, further to improve their food security. They'd often heard roosters in the mornings, probably descendants from that same settlement. Over weeks, possibly months, they chased and caught the now wild fowl, placing them in fenced areas at their camp. By managing the roosters' access to the hens, they were able to produce both eggs for eating or eggs for breeding, maintaining the chicken population. Not only were these learners managing the source of farmed food, but they managed the collection of the wild birds from the cliffs as well. They didn't want to over-collect the vital source of food that they were relying on. Of course, this is sustainability, and in 2021 we still know and teach the importance of it. During one of the expeditions down to collect seabirds, one of the learners fell, badly breaking his leg. The other learners discovered him on a small ledge and brought him back to camp, setting and immobilising his leg using natural materials. It was 4 months before he fully recovered, and the others covered his tasks in that time. Now, apparently, at your age, the age that these learners were, situations can arise where tempers may fray, emotions run high. Under such tense situations, it may not take much for a conflict to occur and permanently break down relationships within a small group. The learners recognised this risk and they established rules that whenever a tense situation occurred on the island, they would stop and they would all separate themselves for 4 hours, and they would allow themselves to calm down again. This simple rule allowed them to remain a close team. So far, after more than a year of being completely isolated from all other people, these year to 9 to year to 12 learners had established both plant and meat-based agriculture at the camp, had established guidelines for the sustainable harvest of wild birds, established and maintained a vital source of cooking, saved a member's life by resetting their broken leg, and maintained the essential building blocks of civilization by producing rules to prevent bad behaviour from destroying their vital community. 15 months after washing up on that island, the learners spotted a boat anchored close to the island and captured the attention of its crew. They were returned back to the home island, where they discovered their funerals had all been held over a year earlier, and some of them even had new brothers and sisters. The borrowing of that initial boat still proved to be a bit of a problem for them, and they were going to go to jail for it. But the man who rescued them was impressed by their survival story and raised the money to replace the boat, and they avoided jail. Their story of survival was incredible, but their ages made it even more so. Many years later, I understand those learners are still alive today. So what's the point of this story? Surely there would not be a better story to indicate that you have the abilities to make the decisions that many would associate with being older. Next year, as you put on your white senior shirts, be aware that we at Rolleston College recognise you as having the ability of young adults, and our staff will work with you over the next few years to help you on a path to your life beyond these walls in a few years' time. You only have to want to learn. Now, enjoy the summer break. You've earned it. It's been an interesting year. Remember, you are Rolleston College. Come back to your school next year and use it to start assembling the knowledge and skills that you will need once you leave these 4 walls in a few years' time. Kia ora, kia kaha, e te mihi. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. We appreciate the time that you give to the college and for the many aspects of the college that you've contributed to.
Finding your space to belong at high school can be a challenge, but once you find where your passions can grow and within the classroom you can flourish beyond. Here to show us where they belong, performing Somebody to Love is Evie Freller.
take all my pay, all on my own. I go down on my knees and I start to pray till tears run down from my eyes. Lord, is somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Every day I try and I try and I try, but everybody wants to put me down. They say I'm going crazy. They say I got a lot of water in my brain. I got no common sense. I got nobody left to believe in. Lord, is somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Somebody to Thank you, Evie. What a fantastic performance. I would also like to acknowledge our music teachers and music tutors in the college for supporting the development of our musicians throughout the school. They always add something special to our celebrations, exhibitions and public performances. We now move on to the Learning Awards for 2021. The first awards are for ARCL Learning. During ARCL this year, I have really enjoyed the many opportunities, such as my quest. My favourite quest project this year was the EOTC quest, where we created camps that we have just returned from. I enjoy quest and it is a great way to express ourselves as individuals. Please welcome Mr. Ray to read the ARCL Learning Awards, and we would like to ask Mr. Shaw to present the awards.
The ARCL Learning Awards recognises the depth of learning from learners in all areas of the ARCL program. We are very proud of all of our learners who have embraced this personalised learning vehicle. As the learners come forward, I'll ask that you hold your applause until the end of each group. And it gives me great pleasure to present the ARCL Learning Awards to the following learners. Can the following learners please come forward? Kyle Dinio, Otis Myers, Mackenzie Wills, Braden Youngman, AJ Rush. Receiving an ARCL Learner Certificate today for Hotoke, Otis Myers, Mackenzie Wills, Braden Youngman, AJ Rush, and the overall learner in ARCL Learning today is Kyle Daniel. The following learners please come forward. Luca Greenwood, Kerry Hine, Amber Young, Ella Devery and Lily McQueen. Receiving an ARCL Learner Certificate today for Kawanga, Kerry Hine, Amber Young, Ella Devery, Lily McQueen, and receiving the overall Learner Award for Kawanga, Luca Greenwood. Please come forward from Nauru. Katie Warman, George Murray, Madeline Parker, Shane Evans and Hannah Milne. Receiving an ARCL Learner Certificate today for Nauru, Katie Warman, George Murray, Madeline Parker, Hannah Milne and and the overall learner award for Aku Learning in Ngāhuru, Shane Evans. Can the following learners please come forward? Ashley McLean, Sean Hoffman, Eric Kapela, Riley Mason, and Ash Upalapati. Receiving an Aku Learner certificate today for Raumati, Sean Hoffman, Eric Kapela, Riley Mason, Ash Upalapati, and the overall learner award for Aku Learning in Raumati, Ashley McLean. Congratulations to all of our award winners today. We now ask Ms. Dyack to come forward to read the Connected Awards and for Mr. Shaw to continue presenting.
Connected learning integrates mathematics, social sciences, English and science and enables learners to make real-world connections. These awards recognise learners who have been able to apply the critical skills in a range of contexts consistently over the year. Can the following learners please come forward? Ashton Tucker, James Ballinger, Joshua Winfield, Molly Copeland. For Connected 1, we would like to recognise Ashton Tucker, James Ballinger, Joshua Winfield, Molly Copeland. Can the following learners please come forward? Kyle Dinio, Luca Greenwood, Amy Webb, Katie Warren. Connected 2, we would like to recognise Kyle Dinio, Luca Greenwood, Amy Webb, Katie Wyman. Can the following learners please come forward? Swain Piblo, Bree Scott, Fraser Rodcliffe, AJ Rush. For Connected 3, we would like to recognise Swain Piblo, Bree Scott, Fraser Rodcliffe, AJ Rush. Please come forward. Madeline Parker, Jade McDermott, Zachary Murata. For Connected 4, we would like to recognise Madeline Parker, Jade McDermott, Zachary Murata. Learners, please come forward. Sean Hoffman, Adish Kumar, John Lass, Jonathan Lee. For Connected 5, we'd like to recognise Sean Hoffman, Adish Kumar, John Lass, Jonathan Lee. Learners, please come forward. Mackenzie Wills, Amelia DeVries, Caitlin Robinson, Hannah Milne, Braden Youngman. Today, these learners are recognised as the top learners within their respective connected classes and they will receive a trophy.
For Connected 1, Mackenzie Wills. For Connected 2, Amelia DeVries. For Connected 3, Caitlin Robertson. For Connected 4, Anna Mill. And for Connected 5, Braden Youngman. Please congratulate all Year 10 Connected Award winners for 2021. We now ask Mr. Gibby and Mr. Shaw to come forward and present and read Year 10 selected awards.
Kia ora koutou, ko Andrew Gibby, tōku ingoa. The recipients of the selected awards today have demonstrated dispositions of the Rolleston spirit in their learning and critical skills. The Rolleston College spirit is developing self, building communities and transforming futures, and this is evident in the learning and skills of these learners from teacher feedback. As learners move through the college, many start to specialise in their area of passion, or they find new areas of passion. Today, it gives me great pleasure to acknowledge the success of the following learners in selected learning at Rolleston College. Can the following learners please come forward? Ashton Tucker, Ryan Druitt, Kitty Henney, Toby Pascoe, Bree Scott and Madeline Parker. Receiving a certificate for selected learning for 2021, Ashton Tucker, Ryan Druitt, Kitty Henney, Toby Pascoe, Bree Scott and Madeline Parker. Can the following learners please come forward? Victoria Sako, Nick Dold, Swain Pablo, Megumi Dakula, Ava Kopolani. Receiving a certificate for selected learning for 2021, Victoria Sako. Nick Dold, Swain Pablo, Megumi Dakalat, and Ava Kopolani. Can the following learners please come forward? Kyle Denio, Mackenzie Wills, Caitlin Henderson and Braden Youngman. Receiving a certificate for selected learning for 2021, Kyle Denio, Mackenzie Willis, Caitlin Henderson and Braden Youngman. Can the following learners please come forward? Lily McQueen, Hannah Milne, Ashley McLean, Amelia DeVries. The next group of learners that we recognise today are the top learners for selected learning in Year 10 for 2021, and today they receive a trophy. Lily McQueen, Hannah Milne, Ashley McLean, and Amelia DeVries.
competitions throughout each term where learners get to demonstrate their strengths and talents in quests to earn points for their whānau. This is developing into a highly competitive arena across a range of areas. The whānau competition for 2021 has now been completed and we will reveal the winning whānau. Today we will ask a representative from the winning whānau to collect the trophy. Jackie Freeman whānau trophy. 4th place, Hotuki on 346 points. 3rd place, Kawanga in 410 points. 2nd place, Nahudu in 465 points. And 1st place, Raumati in 505 points. Congratulations, Raumati, on your solid effort in 2021 and taking out the whānau trophy. We would now like to invite Neil Flaminiano to the stage to perform River Flows in You.
performances in 2022. We now move into celebrating final achievements. We would like to invite Ms. Ralph to read the final awards and Greg Knowles to present.
Kia ora koutou te whānau. This morning it gives me great pleasure to announce the Horoeka Haimata Year 10 Wero Award winners. The Horoeka Haimata Wero Award recognises learners who have challenged themselves during the school year across many learning areas including sport, culture, learning and citizenship. Wero means to challenge, and the learners from each whānau who are recognised here today have demonstrated that they have challenged themselves across the Rolleston College spirit dispositions, critical skills, sports, cultural learning and citizenship. For Hotoke, this Year 10 Hotoke learner has demonstrated the Rolleston spirit in all they've done in 2021. This learner demonstrates building communities through many avenues such as assisting at exhibition evenings and prize givings, while also helping at the variety concert earlier this year. As a valued member of their whānau ambassador team, they've been proactive in building positive relationships with other learners and have motivated others in a positive manner. In the extracurricular arena, this learner has also excelled, playing and umpiring a number of sports, both inside and outside of school. This learner also took home the Service to Arts Award and the Case Awards. Academically, this learner has shown the Rolleston spirit with regards to developing self by being a thorough and determined member of their classes, finishing the year with over 30 extended abstract grades. To finish this year, this learner represented New Zealand in the Worldwide Conference to talk about wellbeing and equity, embodying the value of transforming futures. This learner demonstrates the value of having an attitude that is focused on continual development. It is with great pride that I announce Mackenzie Wills as the Hotoke Year 10 Wero Award winner. For Koanga, this Year 10 Koanga learner has immersed themselves in all aspects of Rolleston College. Within the classroom, she achieves highly with relational and extended abstract grades. She works well with others and has displayed developed self and always strives her best in all areas of the school. In the cultural arena, this learner has taken part in debate club, Big Sing, and has been learning French language. In citizenship, she's been a school librarian and been part of the planning team for Pink Shirt Day and helped to run the barbecue. This learner has displayed building communities and transforming futures in her support for her peers and young learners in her ACOL group. She is always asked well and a fantastic role model to all learners at Horoeka Haimata. The recipient for the Year 10 Koanga Wero Award is Lily McQueen. For Ngāhuru, this learner has involved themselves in every facet of college life. They've built communities by being involved in a range of extracurricular activities. Some of these activities include being an integral part of the Pacifica group and perform for the senior prize giving, and they were also nominated for a Pacifica Achievement Award. This learner has also participated in all whānau competitions and represented Ngāhuru with pride. He takes time to help organise other teams and then proceeds to lead them on the field. This learner has excelled on the sports field, being involved in the under-15 college rugby team and playing for the under-18 side. They've been selected and played for the senior mixed touch team and have also been involved in volleyball and represented the school in the latest Kia Rahi tournament that took place this year. Academically, they've achieved highly, and particularly in the selected space, earning some very high grades and strong success in all other learning vehicles. This learner demonstrates building communities by collaborating well and is an asset for any classroom as well as an asset for the school. He's helped out on open nights during celebrations and is dependable for staff to go to. This learner is always asked well, has a great attitude towards life and learning. They will continue to be pivotal and part of Ngāhuru's success in 2022. The recipient for the Year 10 Ngāhuru Wero Award is Victory Iseapu. For Raumati Whānau, the Raumati Wero Year 10 winner for 2021 has immersed themselves fully in the range of life at Rolleston College. They've been involved in a wide range of activities and are a regular enthusiastic participant in the inter-whānau competitions. On the sports field, they excel. This year they've represented the college in equestrian, volleyball, netball, making the senior B team. They're a very talented football player and were selected for the New Zealand Māori under-16 girls football team. Academically, they've earned either extended abstract or relational in all upper learning strands for 2021. They show curiosity and imagination in their learning. This has been rewarded with a number of extended abstracts in connected and selected courses. They were also involved in the BP Business Challenge, receiving the Hero Award. This year, they've sought the opportunities to get involved in the Rolleston College Kapaka group, which performed at the Selwyn Matarihi celebration, and also joined the Pacifica group. They've shown citizenship through supporting the transition of new learners to the college as a tour guide and also presenting at exhibition night. They've also represented Raumati as a whānau ambassador and will continue this role in 2022. Today, it is with great pride that I announce Ashley McLean as the Raumati Widow for 2021.
Congratulations on all the Widow Award recipients today. What a great achievement. A highlight for me this year will be the many opportunities that I have had to represent Rolleston College in different sports, including volleyball, netball, basketball and kirahi. Playing in tournaments is a great experience, learning new skills and meeting new people while also competing against other schools. We now welcome to the stage Mackenzie Wills and Lily McQueen for their reflection on their second year at Rolleston College as Year 10 learners.
2021 has been very unpredictable, uncertain and unexpected. We have faced many challenges throughout the last year, but before we reflect on our year, I'd like to say thank you to all of our teachers, wider staff and caregivers for standing by us in the last year. Hello, my name is Mackenzie and this is Lily, and we are Year 10 students from Hotoki Kong.
2021 has shown us many pits and peaks. COVID has been a wrench in the works for all of us as plans were postponed and trips were cancelled. All students here at Rolleston College have done an amazing job of showing the Rolleston spirit this year. Some major components of the Rolleston spirit that we have all had to utilise are be resilient, be adaptive and be able to communicate and connect. This is something that we will all have to be aware of as we transition to the traffic light system and as we keep in touch over the holidays.
Horueka Haimata provides us with so many opportunities. One of the biggest opportunities that we are given is to excel in our chosen sporting area. This year, due to COVID, many events have been cancelled, but we still have had some amazing ones, such as the futsal boys heading to the national tournament where they placed 4th, the Police First Students' Day, which consisted of sports such as netball, touch and basketball, as well as our Junior A netball team heading to the South Island tournament. There are so many more amazing sporting events that I could recognise. Sorry. But none of these go unrecognised.
Many students also excelled in the academic area this year. Some of our Year 10 students, including myself and Mackenzie, got the chance to take part in the BP Business Challenge. This was a great 3 days where we spent time developing our own unique business idea and pitching it to a panel of judges. This was a great opportunity for us to build our skills in the business industry. I know myself and other learners learned a lot during this event.
Rolleston College thrives on taking care of students' well-being. This has played a very important role in our achievements this year. Over the past 2 years, we have seen our school grow fantastically. As our foundation students left us this year, they really have set us up for success. We are truly grateful for the legacy that has been left behind.
If we jump back to the beginning of the year, I'm sure many of you will remember the first Year 10 quest we were assigned. Each student was given the opportunity to create and plan a hypothetical school camp. Some of these camps were chosen to be realised, and last week most students participated in overnight or day camps all over the South Island. This is an amazing example of student enterprise and how, if given the opportunity, these students will go above and beyond.
We wish you a great summer break and we can't wait to see what 2022 brings for you all. He ka kano I rui mai, I rangiatia. The seed shall not be lost. Thank you.
thank you, Lily and Mackenzie, for your reflection on a challenging year. We now move into the final awards for 2021. We can't believe we have finished our second year here at Rolleston College, Horueka Haimata. We would like to thank all the teachers who have helped us on our journey this year. We would also like to thank the support staff here at the college who support us all in achieving our goals, and without them, we would be lost. Please give the support staff, including Kai Whakatiri, the admin team, our school counsellors, the community volunteers, a special round of applause. Please welcome to the stage our Pacifica group.
Thank you for your great performance. We would like to welcome Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Skelton to the stage to present the special awards.
Kia ora ana, Talofalava, Isa Pulapanaka, Māloli Lei, kia ora everybody, Olo'u Ingoa, Albie Wilson. Look, before the final awards, we wrap things up with the final awards today. Can we just please give a massive round of applause to all the recipients of awards today, please? our Polyfest group, they learned that dance last Thursday, and a few days practice. Amazing things, and they'll be doing Rolleston College, Horeika Haimata's first Polyfest next year, so there's still more spots if you want to join us. I have the privilege of announcing the Year 10 Te Mahuri Award for both Tāne and Wahine today. Te Mahuri is the sapling, and it symbolises the developing tree, a tree finding its roots and taking its place within Te Waonui a Tāne. It's an acknowledgement of the achievements of knowledge and leadership within the junior school, and opening new pathways of exploration. The first of 2 awards today goes to a learner who consistently attends kapahaka, who has worked hard across schools in Selwyn's Schools Kapahaka Group, has demonstrated leadership within Māori performing arts, which we have seen today at the start of our prize giving. So please congratulate Riley Long for Te Mahuri Wahine Award for Year 10. The second recipient has been a member of the New Wave group this year and has recently joined the school's Polyfest group. He is a great leader and has demonstrated manakitanga toward our whānau and visitors on our whānau evening. During ako, he shares his culture and is an advocate of being proud and showing pride in their culture and encouraging others to do the same, particularly in arts and in music. He has used his creative talents throughout the year and is able to attend prestigious art workshops where he was able to create a carving while working alongside a contemporary New Zealand Pacific artist. Can we please congratulate Jamal Stanley Green for Te Mahuri Award. Congratulations to all the prize winners today and all the Year 10 learners. We feel really proud of all your achievements in the classroom and beyond. And on a personal note, thank you to all Year 10s who have made me feel welcome in our Rolleston College Horeika Haimata this year. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Mrs. Skelton to give the Principal's Address for 2021. Thank you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. What an amazing prize giving. Another huge round of applause for our prize winners, but also for our performers. I got goosebumps. I'm sure you did too. Well done. Te manu e kai ana I te miro. Nō te nāhiri. Te manu I kai ana I te māturanga. Nō te au. The bird who partakes of the middle berry owns the forest. The bird who partakes of education owns the world. Congratulations to you all who sit here today with the second year of high school completed. You may feel very satisfied with 2021 and know that you've worked very hard and reaped the rewards in the form of positive accolades, great reports, a prize here today, and a sense and feeling of satisfaction. Others may feel that this year's been a bit of a whirlwind of new experiences and emotions, and you may feel that your best is yet to be realised. Either place is okay, as you have 3 more years to strive further and to reach higher. Each day presents a new opportunity. You've taken the many difficulties presented this year in your stride to sit here at the end of a successful second year of high school. Year 10 is a very special year, and I commend you all on completing this year well. Next year we'll see a number of changes. The change in uniform is an obvious and visible one, but another change being the recognition of your learning through NCEA, as some of you have experienced through the Term 4 mathematics assessment and engagement in the numeracy and literacy pilot. As you know, NCEA is really just an extension of what we've been doing all along. striving in our learning to gain relational and extended abstract, changes to striving for merit or for excellence. Remember, it is about learning first. The recognition for the learning will come. Our parents and our community have provided much support, not only for their own children, but also for the whole school this year. And again, we're hugely appreciative of the amazing community in which we live. We know that behind the success of all of our learners is the support of their families. So Year 10s, please, make sure you thank your families for their help and support again this year, as they have once again taken on the role of teachers over lockdown whilst balancing their own jobs and their other responsibilities. Make sure that this summer you offer to mow the lawns, do the dishes, clean your rooms, fold the washing, and all of the other things that will be helpful to your whānau over the break. We hope that next year we are able to reopen prize givings to all of our parents and community. Our staff have worked exceptionally hard this year to offer a program of learning during trying times, especially during COVID-19, and I'm really, really proud of the way all staff have worked hard for the school again throughout 2021. This year we welcomed a number of new staff to our college, and we will do so again next year. This year we also have a few farewells to make as teachers move on to various new opportunities. Miss Payne and Miss McLaughlin leave us to move to Wellington. Mr Campbell goes on to a new job within the Christchurch Libraries Network. Miss Ruan moves to teach at Diocesan School for Girls in Auckland. Miss Almeida has taken a year's leave, and Mrs McRae and Miss Grosvenor also finish up at the end of the year. We wish these staff well, and let's give them a big round of applause for all of their efforts. Once again, congratulations on this year, which marks another very important step in your high school journey. Marion White Elderman, a prominent activist for children's rights, once said, "Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it." So be like the bird who partakes in education, own the world and make it better. We look forward to welcoming you back next year in your white shirts as senior learners of Rolleston College. Have a wonderful summer, have fun, be safe, and see you in 2022. Thank you.
Thank you to all who have attended today, and congratulations to all the prize winners. This concludes our prize giving today, and we ask that the learners remain seated while our official party leaves. Ms. Ralph to finish the awards ceremony from here.
Thank you, everyone. Can we just do a huge round of applause for our speakers today, the hosts and the team?